It's that perfect blend of fluffy nougat, gooey caramel, salty peanuts, and creamy milk chocolate. It's the deliciousness of a Snickers, the candy bar that's been satisfying hunger for nearly a century. When Frank Mars created this irresistible combination of salty and sweet in 1930, naming it after the family's favorite horse, it's been putting smiles on faces ever since. Today, Snickers isn't just the world's best-selling candy bar, it's a cultural icon, offering everything from fun size to king size, almond to peanut butter, and even ice cream varieties. There's truly a Snickers for every type of craving. So, come along as we uncover the secrets of the Snickers factory, witnessing the creation of this legendary treat, layer by delectable layer. It's a tasty journey that's likely to bring a smile, just as its name suggests. Inside this bustling Master Foods facility in Waco, Texas, Snickers are born on a massive scale. This single factory churns out a whopping 65% of all Snickers bars sold in the US, while the remaining 35% come from a network of factories scattered across the country, ensuring that every candy aisle nationwide is well stocked with this cherished snack. The magic begins with the creamy milk chocolate. But there's something special about this chocolate. It is specially formulated with higher amounts of cocoa butter and lecithin, which naturally raises its melting point. The result is a chocolate that resists melting in your hand, but dissolves delightfully the moment it touches your tongue. Let's dive into how this unique mixture is prepared. First, top-quality cocoa beans are deshelled by a machine before the inner nibs are roasted in a large oven. After that, the cocoa nibs are ground in an industrial mill and combined with sugar and milk powder, which forms a thick paste. The chocolate paste is then sent to a refiner, turning it into a fine cocoa powder. From there, the powder is conveyed to another large mixer called a conch. Inside the conch, large arms churn the powder while additional cocoa butter and lecithin are added, creating a creamy liquid mixture. Finally, the chocolate is tempered, a unique heating and cooling procedure that allows for a more uniform crystallization of the cocoa butter within the chocolate. This step also gives it a higher melting point. As the milk chocolate tempers to perfect its silkiness, the factory busily prepares the other key ingredients, starting with the fresh roasted peanuts. A 2,000-pound bag of raw, deshelled runner peanuts is hoisted up and fed into a large funnel called a hopper, which feeds a conveyor belt that carries the peanuts onward to the roaster. It's estimated this factory can use about 21 acres worth of peanuts for making Snickers bars daily. The peanuts are transferred to a specialized conveyor system that oscillates from side to side, ensuring each nut receives equal exposure to the heat as they progress into a massive 150-foot convection oven. Once inside, the peanuts undergo a 30-minute roast at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, unlocking the deep, rich, nutty flavors. While the peanuts travel through the oven, the Snickers creamy caramel is being prepared in the kitchen area. The process starts in a large industrial 800-pound vat where corn syrup, butter, condensed milk, sugar, and salt are mixed and brought up to temperature. The mixture is then caramelized in a vacuum kettle at temperatures of around 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, carefully monitored to prevent burning while ensuring the perfect consistency. Near the end of the cooking process, vanilla extract is added to enrich the caramel taste, and emulsifiers like lecithin are added to make it smoother and more stable. This mixture is then cooled to achieve the right viscosity, ensuring that each layer of caramel is velvety and rich. The entire process can take up to 45 minutes. So, while the caramel is cooking, the nougat is made in a different part of the factory. Crafting that chewy, sweet center begins with the delicate art of nougat making. Inside a large vessel, corn syrup, sugar, salt, and water are blended together and heated to a precise 250 degrees Fahrenheit. This syrupy concoction forms the base of what will become the nougat's super sweet core. The next step sees this hot syrup carefully combined with fluffy beaten egg whites, transforming into an airy, creamy delight. To achieve the perfect consistency, the mixture is mechanically stirred and cooked further at 270 degrees Fahrenheit, striking a balance that allows the nougat to set just right, firm yet pliable. This process is a delicate dance against moisture levels. Too much humidity in the air will cause the sugars to draw in water, potentially requiring the heat to be raised. After achieving the ideal fluffiness, the nougat is transferred to a screw mixer where it's combined with freshly ground peanut butter, infusing each Snickers bar with a burst of nutty flavor.
Once the peanut butter and nougat are fully mixed, they travel along an elevated conveyor belt. By the time the blend reaches its peak, it has been heated to a precise 195 degrees Fahrenheit. The elevated conveyor deposits the mix into a large hopper where gravity takes over, dropping the warm mixture between a pair of two giant rollers below, which are chilled to a frosty 24 degrees Fahrenheit. This machine, called a sheeter, presses and cools the mix simultaneously. The sudden chill causes the nougat to stick to the rollers, forming a delicate skin on the cold metal, an important step that shapes the nougat into its final width. As the rollers spin, a blade scrapes the nougat off, settling it onto a stainless steel conveyor belt below. As these steps unfold, the roasted peanuts make their timely exit from the industrial tunnel oven. Perfectly toasted, they tumble onto a conveyor. As they progress down the line, a worker spreads the nuts around, ensuring they remain separated. Then, they travel through a spinning drum where a fine mist of salt is applied. Meanwhile, in the kitchen area, the hot caramel is ready. Released from the kettle via a discharge valve, the molten caramel flows into a large vat. It is then poured into a depositor, which feeds into a screw auger, where the hot caramel meets the freshly roasted peanuts. As they land, the auger continuously turns, perfectly mixing the caramel and nuts into a delightful, sticky mixture. This deliciously gooey mixture of peanuts and caramel gently cascades from the auger onto a giant rotating metal drum called a cooling roller, chilled to about 24 degrees Fahrenheit. The roller evenly distributes and thins out the mix, cooling the caramel to a manageable consistency. Now it's time to unite the two layers. A large blade scrapes the layer of caramel and peanuts from the cooling roller while it falls directly atop the nougat layer, moving along the conveyor below. Together, they pass beneath a pressing roller, which integrates them into a single uniform slab. The combined slab then enters an enclosed, refrigerated tunnel where it's cooled to a stable 65 degrees Fahrenheit. After cooling, the slab encounters the slitter machine, equipped with 19 rotating blades, which divides the large slab into 38 manageable strips. As the strips advance, they encounter sharp, guillotine-like blades that slice through each strip to form individual 4.5-inch bars. Each bar is now perfectly sized for its final coating of luscious milk chocolate. Let's circle back to where our journey began. The tempered, creamy milk chocolate is now directed into two enrobing machines. Initially, the bars pass through the bottom enrober, which immerses their base in a shallow pool of chocolate. Following that, they proceed under the full enrober, a machine that wraps each bar completely in a luxurious layer of silky smooth chocolate. As the chocolate starts to set, the bars move across vibrating grates, which help distribute the chocolate evenly. The coating, still soft and malleable, passes under a decorative roller machine that gives each Snickers its secret signature swirl on top. Finally, the bars enter a cooling tunnel, allowing the chocolate coating to fully solidify. They are now ready for packaging. Each bar is enveloped in the iconic Snickers wrapper, a specially designed plastic that ensures freshness. This wrapping machine can seal the edges at an impressive rate of up to 1,000 bars per minute. From here, they're not just headed to candy aisles, they're embarking on a global mission to conquer cravings, one satisfying bite at a time. Thanks for watching Agriculture Planet. We'll see you soon.